Okay. Okay. Today we will going to discuss about types and significance of chemical bonds. Okay. Types and significance of chemical bonds. Generally, those bonds which are utilized or used or present in biomolecules. Okay. Types. What are the different types of chemical bonds found in biomolecules and what are their significance? Significance refers to what are those importance. Okay. First of all, you have to know that what is this chemical bonds means. What does this chemical bond? Okay. Chemical bonds are nothing but a force of attraction between any two chemical constituents, that may be ion or that may be any atoms. Okay. So what is this chemical bond? Chemical bonds refers to any attraction force, to any force of attraction. You may say force of attraction exists between two chemical constituents, between two or more chemical constituents. STITUENTS, chemical constituents, that may be any ions or atoms, etc. Okay, it is a force of attraction, attractive force, which bound two or more chemical constituents. Okay, then their types. What are the types of chemical bonds? There are in general three different types of chemical bonds we will discuss. Okay, there are three general different types of bonds. First one is ionic bond. Second one is covalent bond, and third one is hydrogen bond. Okay, in some book other bonds are also written as a polar bond, your metallic bond, but in biomolecules we are going to discuss about in general three different types of bond: ionic bond, covalent bond, and hydrogen bond. This covalent bond is also two types. One is polar covalent bond, another is non-polar covalent bond. So we are going to discuss one after another about these types and their significance as well. First of all, we are going to discuss about ionic bond. What does this ionic bond means? Ionic bond refers to what does this ionic bonds means? Sometimes what happens, chemical bonds are formed due to losing and gaining of electrons. Mark here. Sometimes what happens, a ion loses an electron. Okay, loses an electron, and that electron when gained by another ion, then the bond formed at that time is called ionic bond. I am repeating again. When an atom loses an electron and that loose electron is gained by other ion, and the bond formed between at that time is called ionic bond. Suppose you are going to discuss sodium plus chloride. The atomic number of sodium is 11. So according to Bohr's model, 2, 8, 1. In the outer shell, only one electron present of sodium. Then chlorine, atomic number is 17. Then its valence will be 2, 8, 7. In the outermost shell, 7 electrons are present. When they are react with each other, the outermost electron of the sodium is loosed and enter into or merge with chlorine ion. So the bond will be like this. In the outermost, this is the electron in the outermost cell. In the second cell, suppose this is K cell. In K cell 2 electrons. In L cell 8 electrons. In the outermost cell 1 electron. For your chlorine also. Chlorine in K cell 2 electrons, in L cell 8 electrons, and in M cell there is 7 electrons. And when this electron is loose from the sodium ion, and that is absorbed or gained by the chlorine ion, so this time the bond form is called your ionic bond. Okay, the bond which formed between, I am writing here, it is ionic bond. The bond which formed during losing and gaining of electron between two ions. The bond which formed during losing and gaining of electron between two ions is called generally ionic bond. This is the example, sodium chloride. Okay. Then what are the significance? Significance or their importance. What are the significance? First of all, the compounds or molecules having ionic bond have high melting point and high boiling point. The write in complete sentence. The compounds having ionic bond having high melting point and boiling point. Then second point, second significance. There the compounds having ionic bonds are good conductor of electricity. Good conductor of electricity. That means electric can be easily passed through this because there is charge separation in them. Both positive and negative charges are present between in the molecules of ionic bonds. That's why they are good conductor of electricity, because both different charges, positive and negative charges are there. That's why due to the presence of opposite charges, the molecules having ionic bonds are good conductor of electricity. Then third one, ionic bonds. Ionic bonds generally helps to form organic compounds. Okay. In biochemistry, the ionic bonds will help to form several organic compounds. Okay. So these are some significance and about ionic bond in brief. Then we are going to discuss about covalent bond. Covalent bond. What is covalent bond? Okay. What is covalent bond? The bond formed during sharing of electron. During SHA sharing of electron. The bond formed during sharing of electron between two ions or atoms, between two atoms, is called covalent bond. Okay, sharing of electron. In ionic bond, only one ion loses the electron and that loose electron is absorbed by other ion. But here both the atoms lose electron. That may be equally or that may be unequal. If equally, then maybe one electron is lost and other one electron is gained. Equal sharing. If an atom give one electron and gaining two electron, then that is unequal sharing. Okay. If the bond formed due to sharing of electrons, suppose we are going to discuss water molecule. In water molecule, one oxygen atom is combined with two hydrogen atom to form the H2O water molecule. How this is possible? Oxygen. Okay. What is the atomic number of oxygen? 8. Ha hilli be bo ka na flumi. Okay. Oxygen is ha hilli be bo ka. Ha hilli be bo ka na o. So atomic number of oxygen is 8. 8 means 2, 2, then 8, 8 no? 2 and 6. Okay, in the outermost cell 6 electrons are present. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6 electrons are present in the outermost cell. Then hydrogen is the atomic number 1, that means only 1 electron is present for the chemical bonding. So here the bond formed between outermost electron of one oxygen molecule and one hydrogen molecule. So here unequal sharing of electron occurs. Okay, unequal sharing of electron occurs between hydrogen and oxygen molecule. That's why it is a type of covalent bond. And which type of covalent bond? Generally polar covalent bond. I am going to discuss, but try to understand what is the meaning of a covalent bond. Covalent bond means when bond is formed due to the sharing of electron between two atoms. Sharing of electron. One will give the electron and also accept the electron. Okay. During the acceptance and losing of electron, the bond formed is called a covalent bond. That covalent bond is generally two types. One is polar covalent bond, another is non-polar covalent bond. Polar covalent bond and non-polar covalent bond. What is polar covalent bond? When the electron is shared in unequal form, unequally. When the electron shared unequally, the bond formed is called covalent bond. When electron shared unequally, then the covalent bond formed is called polar covalent bond. And when the electron shared equally, giving 2 electrons, gaining 2 electrons, giving 3 electrons, gaining 3 electrons, then the bond form is called non-polar covalent bond. Okay, polar covalent bond and non-polar covalent bond. When the electrons shared in unequal form, then that is called polar covalent bond. When the electrons shared equally, then that is called non-polar covalent bond. Okay, then their significance. Significance of covalent bond. First one, they have low melting point and boiling point. They have low melting point and boiling point. Then they are bad conductor of electricity. Bad conductor of electricity. Okay, bad conductor due to the absence of ions. Okay, that's why they are bad conductor of electricity. Then where the covalent bonds are found? Covalent bonds are found in generally most of the biomolecules. In carbohydrates, the glycosidic bond. Glycosidic bond is a type of covalent bond. Then in protein, your disulfide bonds, then your peptide bonds. Peptide bonds are a type of a covalent bonds. Okay. Then in water also, the bond found between hydrogen molecule and oxygen molecule in water is also a type of covalent bond. The bond found between oxygen atom O2, oxygen molecule. Oxygen atom when becomes oxygen molecule O2, the bond form is also a covalent bond. The bond between CO2, CO, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, all are the type of example of covalent bond. Okay, so these are the significance. Covalent bonds are found. Glycosidic bond of carbohydrate is a type of covalent bond. Peptide bond, disulfide bond are the example of your covalent bond. Then we are going to discuss about what is hydrogen bond. Okay, the third one is hydrogen bond. What is hydrogen bond? It is a little bit complicated. Try to understand. Hydrogen bond. Okay, hydrogen bond is an electrostatic force of attraction which exists between a hydrogen atom which is covalently bonded to a electronegative compound or electronegative atom to that of another electronegative atom. Okay, try to understand what is hydrogen bond. The bond, the electrostatic force of attraction. The electrostatic force of attraction which exists between a hydrogen atom which is covalently bonded, covalently bonded to an electronegative compound, to that of another electronegative compound or atom, compound or atom or ion, anything. So what does this mean? The electrostatic force of attraction which exists between a hydrogen molecule. Suppose we are taking the example of a water molecule. This is the water molecule H2O. So what does it say? And till now we know that the bond found between hydrogen atom and oxygen atom in water is a covalent bond. Okay. The bond found between hydrogen atom and oxygen atom in water is a covalent bond. So what does this hydrogen bond means? It is a electrostatic force of attraction or a bond which exists between a hydrogen atom, which is covalently bonded to an electronegative compound. Oxygen is an electronegative compound. Covalently bonded to an electronegative compound. To that of another electronegative compound. In another water molecule, the oxygen is another electronegative compound. So this is the hydrogen. Here also, this is the hydrogen atom which is covalently bonded to an electronegative compound. When this will form another bond with another electronegative compound, then that will be a type of hydrogen bond. Okay. So this is the concept of hydrogen bond. Then their significance. First, they have high melting point and boiling point. Okay, they are the least strong. That means they are the weaker bond among these three. Ionic bond is the most strong bond. Okay, then comes your covalent bond. Covalent bond is less stronger than ionic bond. Then at the last, your hydrogen bond forms. Hydrogen bond is the weaker bond among these three. The significance is second, right? Hydrogen bond is the weaker bond. Weaker bond among ionic, covalent and hydrogen. And which is the strongest bond? Your ionic bond. Ionic bond is the strongest bond. Hydrogen bond is the weakest bond. Then number 3, where these hydrogen bonds are found? Hydrogen bonds are found between water molecule. Found between water molecule, and where also found between purine and pyrimidines. A double bond T, C triple bond G. Also found between purine and pyrimidine molecules in the DNA in the polynucleotide chain, right? In the polynucleotide chain, etc. Okay, hydrogen bond is found between water molecule, found in the polynucleotide chain, found in protein also, in the secondary alpha and beta helix. In protein also hydrogen bond is found. So These are the different types of bonds and their significance. Okay. Ionic bond, covalent bond, hydrogen bond. Ionic bond is formed due to the losing and gaining of electrons between two ions. Covalent bond is formed due to the sharing of electrons. Either may be unequal sharing or equal sharing of electrons between two ions or atoms. Then hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bond is formed between a hydrogen atom which is covalently bonded to electronegative compound to the atom another electronegative compound. And which is the strongest bond? Ionic bond is the strongest bond, and which is the weakest bond? Hydrogen bond is the weakest bond. Okay. So till now we discussed these different type of bonds, and in this video we will discuss till this. Further discussion will be in next video. Okay. Thank you for watching.